Good morning, student. Today we'll start our topic principle of management. They are principle of management. One is given by Henry Fayol, that is general principles, and scientific principles are given by Taylor. How to remember? Taylor, he measures each and everything while cutting a cloth. So scientific. And Henry, general principles. Now Henry Fayol has given 14 principles. Fayol became famous as father of management thought because of three major contributions. He classified all activities of an industrial undertaking into technical, commercial, financial, security, accounting, and management. He suggested that qualities of a manager must possess physical moral, then education, knowledge, and experience. Henry Fayol was the first to identify four functions of management: planning, organizing, directing, and controlling. He didn't went for staffing. Although his version was a bit different: plan, organize, command, coordinate, and control. So there are 14 principles given by Henry Fayol. We'll discuss first four today. First, division of work. According to this principle, work should be divided into small specialized tasks, each performed by a specialist or a trained employee. It is because of this principle that in a company we have separate departments for finance, marketing, production, human resource development, etc. All of them have specialized persons. Collectively, they achieve production and sales targets of the company. According to Fayol, the principle applies to all kinds of work, technical as well as managerial. Also, this principle applies to any kind of organization like hospital or a government office. So why? Because of division of work, specialization is there, and when a person is specialized in a particular field, automatically the efficiency will increase. Like, take an example. If you go to McD, the person on the counter is different. The person who is preparing non-veg is different. The person who is preparing vegetarian burger is different. The person who is dealing in cold drink is different. The person who is taking your order is different. So all are different, and this is division of work. And everywhere it prevails in an organization because of this specialization is there. Now, effects. Division of work leads to specialization. It results in efficient and effective output. Division of work makes tasks simpler. Now, adverse effects are also there. There will be a lack of specialization. Efficiency of work will suffer. Waste of time and effort caused by changes from one to another. Because waste of time is there when one person passes to another. Now, second is authority and responsibility. Authority and responsibility, you can say they are two sides of the same coin. You have given a person an authority, but you have not given a responsibility. He will misuse it. You have given a responsibility, you have not given an authority, then he can't do his job properly. So authority means the right to give orders and obtain obedience. There are two types of authority: official authority, that is authority to command, and second is personal authority, which is the authority of the individual manager. A manager should have the right to punish a subordinate for willfully not obeying a legitimate order, but only after sufficient opportunity has been given to subordinate for presenting her or his case. Now, authority and responsibility, I told you, they are two sides of the same coin. Like your mother, I have asked you to buy a liter of milk, but she didn't told you. She told you that only you have to buy Amul, so you can't take decision. So you will if Amul is not there, so you can't take decision. So responsibility means obligation to perform the job assigned time. Fayol suggested that there must be a balance between authority and responsibility. Giving authority without fixing responsibility may lead to irresponsible use of authority. So an organization should build safeguard against abuse of managerial power. So if you are not given a responsibility to a person, you have given authority, so he will misuse. Now, effects. No misuse of authority should be there. Helps in performing duties on time without any delay. Now, adverse effect. If authority is less, the subordinate will not be able to perform his duties well. If the subordinate is given excess authority, he may misuse his authority. So you have to keep in mind that the balance should be there. Now, third principle is discipline. In the context of management, discipline means obedience of organization rules and employment agreement. So it should be obeyed by both employer and employer both. Discipline is essential for smooth running of the business. Fuel insists that discipline requires good superiors at all levels, clear and fair agreement, and third is judicious application of penalties. Let's take an example. Our school timing in summer is 8 a.m. and in winter it's 8:30 a.m. If daily I am late, so how can I ask you that you should be on time? You should be punctual. If I am punctual, then only I can ask you that you should be punctual. So that is discipline. Now we have to, in this concept of management, discipline means obedience to organization rules and employment agreement. So we have to keep, now effects of discipline are smooth and systematic functioning of the business, improves efficiency. In adverse manner, disobedience of rules and regulation of the enterprise, unsuccessful work performance, unhealthy relation between management and employees. Now management and employees, they are two sides of the same, two banks of the river. So to maintain two banks, we have to be in discipline. Now next, unity of command. Unity of command, according to this principle, an employee should receive orders, instruction from one and only one boss or superior. Dual subordination should be avoided. Like take an example. If your parents come from a market and there is some quarrel between them, when they reach home, your father asks to prepare tea for him or coffee for him, and your mother asks that get a glass of water. Now you are confused. Your mother says that if you will not get a glass of water first, then she will not prepare food for you. Your father says that if you will not prepare tea for him or coffee for him, he will not give you pocket money for him, or he will not give you money for your birthday. Then you are confused. So unity of command means that you should get order from one person only at a time. So we have to keep in mind that we should get order. Now effects, when each subordinate will receive clear-cut orders from one boss only, this will improve his performance. No confusion in mind of subordinate regarding whose instruction he should follow. Then, since the principles avoid dual subordination, there will be no conflict between the superior, because everyone knows that you are getting order from one person at a time. Now adverse effects, if the employee gets order from two superiors at a time, that is principle of unity of command is violated, authority is undermined, discipline and order is disturbed, stability is threatened, conflict among superiors, loyalty of employee is divided, and employee will remain in confusion regarding whose task to be done. He will have